patrol officer named Lu Jun before. It was a few weeks ago when we were transporting the Borison prison. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion...
Even worse. If you find one
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine...
Palpitinho.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Shep.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoxing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for... Oh, he didn't. That doesn't sound...
Don't worry. Just tell her the truth.
According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements. Over the years, the damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different. While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance. Let me be clear, the questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts. So please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you...
You have a clever...
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown. And
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust?
rumor has it that Elio, he foresaw that the Xianzhou...
General Jing Yuan believes in this prophecy too, as mentioned in the report. Could it be because one of the...
Please be cautious with your words, Merlin's...
I'm simply bringing up the doubts about General Jing Yuan that exist. Let's move on to the next question. But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
I personally met Don Shu once. Her closest friend was killed during the war on the Fawn.
Revenge is also a form of the hunt. However...
Well, you should ask Don Shu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Don Shu is dead, and even her corpse has crumbled into ash. According to the report, Lord Ravage, she disguised herself.
fighting Fantilli alongside General Jingyuan, but she absorbed the power of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained an almost indestructible physical form. Perhaps that was her intention all along.
So, upon... Oh. It seems that your answers have a general's. I am
So, what to...
However, first, second, third, you insist on holding the war dance right
Merlin's Claw.
from the moment I walked.
The disciple, as for this, and as for the war,
But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with...
so what are your thoughts on all?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the Divine Foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Lawfu, just as what happened on the Xianzhou.
You mean the Sien?
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started...
An entity?
According to the report. That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one. I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its...
What's in this?
General Jing Yuan, and for that, I'll have to ask the two nameless to visit the shackling prison. No,
I'm okay with that.
Your willingness to...
Then,
Oh, there's...
so
Exactly.
it makes sense.
And as for Hule, I'll send my...
I'll call.
As you wish.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the Interrogation Division also know your purpose in coming.
The shackling prison.
Danhong.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you. Well, technically, the shack...
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Lawfu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing.
Whether it's in the clouds or...
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid or the judge...
You'll see me again in just...
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a...
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Committee.
We're Jiao Cho and Mozen. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the war due to his heinous act.
No need to...
When it comes to visiting, I know you've heard legends. It has been centuries. The Forest of Swords. The complex rules are there.
I apologize.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. And please...
No, I'm not.
Then you won't be allowed.
Just swallow it already. Thousands of years ago. I knew you were reasonable. Your Honor.
What is it?
No, never mind. Maybe I'm...
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express. Judge Hanya. Please allow me to explain.
Looks like we're on March 7th.
Even though you and I... This is not a...
Please lead the way.
Please let me activate.
You may have it. Consider it your reward. Take it, and buy some new armor for your tribe.
is about to be the cloud times are there a lot. Sounds and this place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this.
Solved by taking action. That's the most basic principle. Take it, and buy some new armor for your tribe.
Just now? Let me check it out. Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
For some hardship. You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
That'll take more than medicine.
Timely treatment.
This is our chance.
Just in time. Just a little something.
I can't die.
child. That's better.
I can't die. Burn it all. Through my blood.
It'll take more than that.
Dying soul, fate now accepts your punishment.
Let's go.
Are made to be broken.
Abnormal.
Time for a shot.
Fine.
Just in time. Just a little something.
Much better.
You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. All damaged. I can't.
That's better.
Dying soul, now accept your punishment. So this is time for some hardship. Stand down. Let's burn it all. How noisy. Confuses me.
Naughty child.
I can't die.
Just in time. Just a little something.
I can't die. But thanks. Burn it all.
That hurts.
Dying soul, fate now accepts your punishment.
Nap time.
I am struck. Never do it. It's death refuses me.
What an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
These crates.
A few days ago, I had a feeling there would be... I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the Hall of Karma about these wise ones. They love to tinker with forbidden technologies, always trying to push the limits of ingenia. I caught a glimpse of, well, business.
Meu Deus.
Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
Why are these things moving on their own? Something's wrong. The guards aren't responding.
Fine.
It's going wild, just like a Borison.
Looks like we're on our own for this one.
Just in time. Just a little something.
Much better.
Taking damage.
I'm made to be broken.
You know nothing of the weight being survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Let's make it quick.
Let's begin.
Naughty child. That's better.
I am struck. Dying soul, now accept your punishment.
Let's go.
Leave it to me.
Time for a shot. But how is this even
It's just like what happened.
Something seems to be
It's probably these mechs caught these things showing up,
a prison break.
and whoever delivered these.
If these end to make things in the prisoner they came to
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be
I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look.
could even use some more intensity.
Is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve behind this door is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule. Envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xian, even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed.
If we can use his toxin. Could you be the key to a cure for the General?
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble...
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
Nobody will hear you here. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just...
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer! Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside the shackling prison, we found soldiers failing. Let's make it quick. Everywhere.
Let's begin. Nothing of the weight, be it survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I suggest you surrender now. Of course. I'll still kill you. But I promise it'll be made to be broken.
Let's go. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before battle?
Leave it to me.
How presumptuous. Die now!
Leave if you can, Musa.
It's not time.
More than that.
Let's begin. Stand down.
Naughty child.
We know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Just in time. Just a little something.
Timely treatment.
By your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before battle? Let's make it quick.
Leave it to me.
Fine.
It's better to make no move.
Let's go. Let's begin.
Naughty child. That's better.
Timely treatment.
How about letting the enemy strike first? A little more heat.
Eu não. Vou ela na porrada.
I've waited for too long. My first meal after regaining my freedom is the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred. A sad scene indeed.
It's been a long time, boy. Welcome back.
Spun around since our last hunt. Duran's whelp. Tell me your name.
Oh, great, it's been
7 6.
I've been commanded.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move to get off of this ridiculously...
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have... Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping...
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only every one of my...
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless...
Well then, my lord.
Before we go...
My lord, you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast?
You idiot.
As you wish, but... No, he's a...
And to make things worse, let's preserve our strength.
Just a short time ago,
We mustn't let that fight...
we gathered on the prison.
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed. But let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of...
We'll have to bend the rule.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the...
By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
position here.
Yes, ma'am.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly. Follow me to the next floor. The path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism. No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through.
Agora a gente vai ficar, tá?
Daqui a pouco já vem. É, Odisseia.